because obviously there's so many changes.
Hello
everyone. Hello, welcome.
Yes.
If you are new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. So yes, as many of you know, we had a baby. God is very great.
Oh no. Who are we?
What?
Let's introduce ourselves. I mean, we might got new people to the channel.
Oh, okay. My name is Imani.
And I'm Dexter. We are the Alexanders. Welcome to our channel.
We didn't do that the last one.
We didn't, but I felt like doing it.
Okay. Well, but yeah, so today we're gonna talk about God is so faithful we had a baby.
Yes.
Which is how we started the last vlog, or chat. But yeah, he's right up here, he's sleeping just like how he was last time. So let's see if he makes it through the video. Last time he did not. He woke up. But yeah, so it's gonna talk a bit about like what life is like, because obviously there's so many changes. It's hard to like touch on everything, but we wanted to share just some of the things we've been learning, that we've been through, and that is just so new for us. But it's a beautiful thing. It's so exciting. You know, it's so exciting. As some of you all know, we had a miscarriage last year, so to be here this year with a newborn is a miracle. You know,
Nothing but God.
Truly a miracle. We're so thankful. So yes, our little bundle of joy is just over a month, about a month and a half. Actually, it's a month and a half-ish today.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Here, his name. But so yeah, so life has been very, very different. So where do you wanna?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could kick off. So,
Dad.
yeah, I start off at like the beginning of like the process of getting ready to go into labor. So shout out to our moms. Both our moms ended up coming down a couple days before our actual due date, and which was very helpful. So they came down. You know, they was like, hey, we want to be here for the beginning phases with you all, which was cool. But what happened was, you know, we chilling, we like, all right, you know, we preparing ourselves, we close to the due date, we was having doctor visits, we like, all right, yeah, what's going on? So Monday went to a doctor visit the day before the due date, and we like, okay, and they was like, well, you know, he could be coming in a minute. The next morning, like in the middle of the night or whatever, Imani felt a certain way and was like, something ain't right. So we went to the doctor, or the hospital, I guess, and we went to the hospital. They checked us in. They was like, all right, let's run some tests. Ran some tests. It was like, if it come back this way, you can leave. If it come back this way, you stay. So we ended up having to stay. And it was like, all right, well, we here, and that's when
it was really
everything
unexpected.
started.
But it wasn't like something was wrong. I felt like I was having contractions, but they were mild and they were in my back. And you know, I've never had a baby before, so I didn't know what it would feel like. You know, so part of me was like, I don't know if this is even. And you know, the whole thing about being a certain amount of dilation, all that stuff. So we just didn't know. So I was planning on leaving and going to walk around Target and try to walk the baby down. Meanwhile, we were gonna going to the hospital right then because it was time to have the baby.
Yeah.
So you probably can hear him. He's moving around. So yes, we went in, you know, labor.
We ended up having to stay, and
we went straight into labor, and I mean, naturally progressed into labor anyway. So it was great that we had went to the hospital. Excuse me, when we did, and boy, when they say the contractions hurt, it's an understatement.
That's funny, because some people say it don't hurt. No, I've never heard that. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I've never heard that before.
Say,
everybody that told me it hurts.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, many people, of course, pray for supernatural childbirth. Some people have that where they have pain-free childbirths.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had contractions.
We was praying for the supernatural. Yeah.
And it was supernatural.
Yeah,
but I had contractions.
Yeah, it still happened the way the Lord wanted it to.
Exactly, yeah. So, you know, so we're laboring, whatever, it was dilating. And it got to a certain point where it's like, okay, well, you know, the dilation has to be a certain, you know, length ahead or a certain amount of centimeters before you can like start pushing. So we were stalled at like 4, I think, for a while. And then I was like, okay, you know, we're just sitting there at 4, and the doctors came in. And some things happened. It's a little unexpected. We did have a C-section. They were like, look, you're not really progressing forward. We got to make sure the baby's safe because my water had broken. So we went ahead and did that, which was an excellent, you know, job by the staff. Everyone was very helpful, was quick. I thank God the healing has gone well. It really wasn't bad at all. So we labored and then also had the C-section. So after that, Healing went very quickly, which was good. So we were able to leave, not the next day, but the day after that.
I'm gonna tell you, Money wasn't eating that hospital food.
It wasn't very pleasant.
I wasn't either though. I would go down to the
present
little cafeteria and get food.
Yeah. Also, my appetite, I was like, I didn't really have much of an appetite. Like, the whole labor contractions, the surgery, the recovery, I really wasn't hungry.
Yeah.
Like, I personally just wasn't hungry yet. So, yeah. And I turned 30 in the day after we had him. So we had him. It was almost a birthday twin. It was actually my best friend's birthday twin. He's the same birthday as my best friend. They both were on July 4th, and my birthday is on the 5th. So I literally turned 30 right after I had my child, which is so sweet and special. So, you know, of course, my husband and family and friends,
Tried
to
make it a birthday.
Try to make it a birthday.
But it was nothing better than, you know, having a baby.
That was the best gift.
The ultimate gift
Cannot
ever. Like, what? For 30?
My son.
Come on.
Yeah, that's great. So, yes, everything went well. You know, we went ahead, you know, and left. 2 days later, we came home, and that's when it got real. I mean, it got real in the hospital, let me say. But that's when it was like, okay, we're home.
It's so funny because leaving the hospital, I know anybody who has had children in the last, recently or in the past, I mean, I don't know in the past, but recently for sure, the doctors tell you like, hey, try to get some rest, breastfeed every 2 hours, and it's like,
it's hard to do.
All of this stuff is not possible to do, you know.
I mean, not perfect. You can't do it perfectly, but you try. You know, that's the goal. Hey, the baby needs to eat every 2 hours.
Sleep when he sleeps.
But the thing that was hard, so when we came home, you know, our moms were still here, so they helped us in terms of like, Dexter had this plan. He came up with like shifts, and everyone took a shift to like watch the baby overnight. Yeah, very, very.
Still was tough.
Yeah, it still was tough. But you know, it was helpful because otherwise, you know, especially with me with breastfeeding, I would have been up all day and night, and it for some days it felt like that, honestly, because you got maybe like 2 hours of sleep here, an hour and a half of sleep there, maybe. And it's also hard to sleep because it's like, man, my child is brand new. Yeah. He's so cute and small. He's right here, and it's hard to sleep because is he okay? You know, everything's so new and sensitive. Yeah. So. Yeah, so, but our mom's being here was a big help. They help with like food and making sure, you know.
Food, make sure the house was together.
Yeah, and we have a community who sent like DoorDash gift cards, so thank you all so much.
Shout out to everybody, who, again, from the baby shower.
I'm saying.
People even extended from the baby shower still was like, hey, how can we help you? How can we serve you? What do you need? Like, that's been so helpful, even to this day. Has been super helpful for us.
Yeah, it's so helpful, so thank you guys so much, because the energy to be able to go grocery shopping at first is non-existent. Then to cook, and it's just like, it's not good. So thank you. So that was the beginning. So once the moms left, that's when we were like, okay. Because the beginning, I didn't say this. The beginning we were very sleep deprived. So in the very beginning, I would always say this because I counted the first 4 days of his life. I literally had gotten like 8 hours of sleep total over 4 days. It's like 2 hours a day. That's egregious. For 4 days.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, but you know, it changes. So the moms left, you know, we were trying to find ways to get him like, okay, like every baby doesn't sleep comfortably on their back. He didn't want to sleep on his back. So it's like, how do we get him to sleep safely, but also sleep, like, what can we were putting him in the car seat at a certain point. Like,
he loves to sleep on our chest.
He loves to sleep on our chest. But the thing is, it was like, hey, he's so small, that's not really safe.
Right. Roll over.
Like all the different things that can happen. So it's like, okay, well, we can't keep doing this as a practice. We have to find a way to get him to sleep in his bassinet at some point. So it was just a lot in the beginning, but over time it worked out.
Yeah, like I think after the first week and a half going into the second week, we was like, okay. But the thing is, babies still change, day by day. So it's like, this might work today, but that might not work tomorrow for him. So it's like, okay, adjusting to what works for him, and making sure he's comfortable, with especially breastfeeding and making sure he's waking up to eat, and she's getting sleep.
And pumping.
Yeah, pumping. She getting the nutrients she needs. She's drinking what she needs.
Yeah.
All that
it's
stuff.
a lot But it's a beautiful thing, you know, and it brings your marriage together. I tell you that. Because it, you know, we kind of started. I feel like we kind of started to become like a little zombified after a while, just like going through the motions of things. And we kind of hit on this in the last video, how God was helping us to really see, like, hey, you know, don't lose your devotion in this time. Like, you need me continually, so continue to rely on me. And so that helped too, just to get a refreshing from God of like, okay, you've created us to do this. We need you to tell us what to do. We have no idea what we're doing. Okay. None. So, but it gets better. It's gotten better. So of course he's not sleeping all the way through the night. He's only a month old, but
yeah, I think now we're getting 3 to 4
hours at a time, which is pretty good. Much,
4 max, 3 uses
much better than like not even an hour at all. Or
and even now we're figuring out. Like, first, remember we were saying it was every 2 hours. Now we're figuring out kind of rhythms of like, okay, if we put him down a little later in the night, we know he's gonna sleep. You know,
to a certain point.
So it's like figuring out certain things, pooping, peeing, you know, all those certain things. Like, I don't mind changing diapers.
Which is a blessing.
I enjoy it.
Dex is a great father. Okay?
Thanks.
He's a great father. Yeah, and I've heard stories, some men, you know, don't want to change a diaper or don't want to do X, Y, and Z. Dex does everything except for breastfeed. But he does feed him the milk that I pump into the bottle. So, it's, you know, so it's, you know, he does it all. But I think it's so important that, I mean, and I honor mothers who, like, even like our mamas who did it, like single mamas. It's a lot with the baby. Like, it is a whole lot.
You need a village. You need a village. You need people around. You need, I was telling him when I was reflecting after, you know, the labor process and after he was here for a week, and I was just like, man, like, single mothers, man, and mothers, period. Like, I just have a different honor and respect for them because, you know, I didn't understand back in the day, you know, when you were hearing the phrase, I carried you for 9 months. Like, you know, you really don't understand, but the truth in that is like, hey, somebody really did carry you. They delivered you into this world. God graced them to be a parent and to raise you, and, you know, look where you are now. Like, you know, that's all God and all your mother part of hopefully doing, you know, at least to bring you into this world. You know, I know that ain't everybody's story, but yeah, it just made me like reflect and think of things different for sure. Yeah,
it's amazing. So that's been great. It's been a joy because he's such a sweet little boy. Oh my goodness. Watching him like grow and like come into his little personality. Yeah.
And then we always every other day. Who he look like? He look like today.
Yeah.
Who he look like?
Who he look like war is kind of dying down. But in the beginning, boy, it was.
Yeah, it's like, he look like you. And then of course everybody got girl, he look just like you. Boy, he look just like you. Yeah,
he got his face changes too, which you know. So, but it's been a joy just to see him explore this world and like begin to like when he started opening his eyes for the first time continually, or he first started smiling, or started to be able to like communicate back to us, like obviously not talk like words, but you know, like listening to us and like make little sounds back like he's trying to say something, you know, like just
all those milestones for us.
It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Like,
and we got a little booklet where we've been able to like keep up with those milestones. Yep, his first year milestone. Like first time he smiled, handprint, fingerprints, certain dates of first picture. We brought him home, and first food. Like we was like, man, that's gonna be so great to have as a memory. You know, as he grows and develops, and be like, man, I remember when you was this small, and now you are a grown adult asking your daddy questions for advice. You know, but yeah, it's been exciting. So
it's been a beautiful journey. So yeah, in life, and so in other types of ways that life has changed. So of course you can't, you know, you shouldn't bring your newborn into like crowds and stuff like that so early. So we haven't been going to like places like we don't usually go, like going out to eat, or obviously for many reasons, but crowds are the biggest thing. So we've been shopping, grocery shopping off peak, and that is my favorite thing to do now. Like off peak time. So like super early in the morning, or maybe a weekday when people really aren't in there. It's just safer for him, but also I'm starting to really love it because no one's really in there. And usually things are pretty stocked. So we'll do that, like grocery shop.
We did do a couple of times pick up too. So we can order, pick it up. That was cool. But we are people who like to actually get out the house sometimes.
Yeah,
so
that's our way of getting out the house.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, the way that we get out is going grocery shopping early in the morning,
Grocery
someday,
shop,
or going on walks,
yeah.
which we do with him now. Like, especially now that I'm healed up and can move about and everything like that. So like going on walks in the neighborhood and stuff, which he's kind of likes. He kind of has a limit.
We have like a midpoint now. It's like, all right, can you make it past this point?
Right.
You did better today. Can you make it past the next point?
He'll end up like crying because he doesn't really like his car seat. Like if it's enough motion, yeah, but after a certain point, he likes, unless you're in the car, he likes being in the car, the rides. But if you're stopping and going too much, take him out the car seat because it's not comfortable. But so yeah, going on walks, going to the grocery store is pretty much it. But it's a beautiful season, and I'm grateful for it. And I know we'll look back at these times, and even like finding creative ways to like do things. Like Dexter the other day, he was like, let's just get out and go somewhere. So we drove like a couple hours away to like a neighboring town or whatever, and rode around with one of our friends and stuff. And so that was fun, just to get out the house. And we were able to do it from the car. We walked around like an outdoor shopping area, so it wasn't like enclosed, and it wasn't, no one was really out there because it was the middle of the day and it was kind of rainy. But doing things like that just to get some air have really helped us a lot, just to feel like not having that cabin fever, because sometimes it be feeling like I'm just trapped in this house,
right,
and I need to get air. Just need to get air. But doing it with him is fun, doing it with him is fun. Walking around places with him and little baby rap, it's fun. Like, and I'm excited for like the fall when he'll be a little bit bigger and we can start like doing a bit more. Again, probably not any big crowd stuff yet, especially as it gets colder outside, because cold season. But walking around maybe like little farmers markets and finding little outdoorsy things to do. So it's been so special. And I feel like I was telling Dexter the other day too, like I'm experiencing God so much through him. Like this little baby, there's certain things that it'll make you do. Like when he's crying for a long time, and he needs something, you have to drop and see what he needs. Like that's simple. You can't just, okay, I'm gonna get back to you, give me like an hour. No. Right. If he's hungry, you need to feed your child. If he has movement in his diaper, you need to change his butt. Like you can't just be selfish. And so I feel like God has been talking to me so much through him of like, when I hear his cry, it's just such a reminder that I really can devote myself, to God. If God is saying, hey, Imani, pause this, let me talk to you for a second, let's pray, or whatever, being more mindful of the fact of, hey, I can do this, I can do it. It's a decision, but I could do it, because when my child's crying, I'm dropping everything and going to do it. But it shows like also just a parent, the father's and mother's love for their child. That's the love that he has for us. And so just so many different ways that I'm experiencing God through motherhood, and watching him grow and experiencing things. Like even when he cries, it's so cute. I mean, I don't want him to cry, I don't want him to be sad, but baby's gonna cry for many reasons. But it's adorable. It's like it's really cute and sweet, and all I want to do is fix whatever the problem is, even if it's me. So it's just a very special season, and I thank God for it. It's such a blessing to be able to have a child and raise life, and it's just helped us, I think, change our perspectives about a lot. And I'm hoping and praying that as he grows, we grow. Yeah,
that's another thing. Babies make noises. They move.
The noises be so random sound.
Be squirmish.
It's so cute.
We learned all that. Didn't know none of that.
Yeah.
I think for me, one that I tell a lot of people, like, oh yeah, what has God really been doing and speaking to you about it? Patience. You've been around me long enough to know me. I'm a very impatient person. Something God has really been working on me on since, me and Imani been knowing each other, dating, married. In marriage, I've learned how to really be patient. But now, even now having a child, even more patience, like, hey, he's crying because he's trying to communicate, so you can't be frustrated or, do something a certain type of way out of selfishness for what you want, because, you gotta make this child, a bottle or change a diaper or whatever they need, and it's like, hey, it's okay, take the time you need to make it happen and do it, so that's been exciting. I think one of the other things that I've done like recently, I've been waking up in the morning with him, and me and him will worship together, pray together, and he got a little book where we get the word together. He got a little lullaby Bible type thing.
It's cute.
And I really enjoyed that because I see already God, you know, in him. You know, when we worship, he's hyper excited.
So
His
cute.
personality really turns up, and I'm like, wow, you know. But that's just all God in the moment where it's like, man, it's just amazing to see who would ever thought that I would have been a father, you know.
Right.
Yeah, she would have been a mother. Like, look at us now.
Like real life parents out here. So yeah, so we're enjoying it all. So that's our life lately. Still very much so taking things day by day and being patient and learning through it all. You know, he's still very small, so there's still, you know, we're still very just kind of contained pretty much at home for the most part, unless we have to go get food.
Yeah.
But you know,
Which
it's a
ain't
sweet
bad.
time. No, it's a sweet time. I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's a sweet time. It's nice to be able to take a break from the hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
And
Off word.
I'm not really trying, right, and not really trying to get back to the hustle bustle either. I'll say that because this is also showing me like, hey, you can slow down as well. Like it's always a choice. You know, it's all a choice. You can choose, you know, what you'd like to do in the day. God gives us free will, and so it's encouraged, you know, me to pray, you know, as we're praying to be able to say, okay, God, what is really your will for us? What can we say yes to? What should we say no to? Like, how do you want us to live our lives? You know, because you don't want to miss the moment. And a lot of things, I think we do that. It's fun and everything like that, but sometimes it's okay to slow down and just be present, you know, where he's pointed you. So yeah, so that's life with a newborn. So there's some clips. I'm gonna put some clips after this that we just took some random clips through the week of doing stuff with him and different little things, you know, just with him throughout the week, so you guys can see some of that. But we did want to have an intentional part to sit down and actually chat about what it's been like as well. So enjoy these next couple minutes of baby footage. And I thank you so much for watching as well. And if you are not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And hopefully we'll be sharing more videos as he grows, and also just as we grow in our marriage and grow with God. There's so many fun things actually coming up this year that we're going to be doing, so we can kind of vlog through some fun
we
stuff.
might vlog a date night that we might get coming up. Cause,
Yeah, very exciting.
Our family coming in for Labor Day. Might get something for that. Might get some vlogs from hanging out with friends, and you know, get some good stuff. We got some stuff coming, but we enjoy, you know, you all always tuning in and, you know, being a part of our village and our family. We're a family, all one in Christ, and I always love you guys. And if you ever need prayer for anything, please let us know. Drop it in the comments. But yeah, you know.
All right, guys.
Love you guys.
Enjoy these next couple clips.
Hey, hey, hey. Boom, boom, boom. What you got to say? Do-do-do, do-do-do. Hey, hey, hey. Do-do-do-do. What you got to say? Do-do-do. Hollywood.
His head, baby, please.
Hollywood. Hey.
Oh, good job.
Hollywood. So Moses went to meet his errand. God would be with them all the way and help them do what he had called them to do. So just like Moses, God was with Moses and Aaron, he's with you, Sai. So let us pray. Dear God, thank you for allowing us to help with your plans. Help us remember that you are always with us, helping us to do what you created us to do. Amen.
Ooh.
See that? Glad you did it already. This is already dirty.
Okay.
I know, Bubba.
Say, I'm getting cute on this. Cute on it. Cute, cute. Ooh, let me look at this. Yeah. 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 Hi, Kudamian. You ready for your clothes?
And my daddy. And my daddy. And my dad. Don't look at. Don't look at.
Oh. Look at these cute little, and I don't even know where we. Ooh, got these from. Good job. These little cute little pants. Oh, some type of little pattern. Like, okay, it's giving like, I don't know, some type of boho, maybe a little thrifty. Okay. So this is called what I call slow dancing. Silent slow dance. Hopefully he goes to sleep with this. Oh yeah, it's a wave sound. With the wave sound on, gets him going. But right now he's still looking at me. Looking at me, looking at you.